Hello, my friends. I am Peymon Motahede, the president of Freedom Law School, which I created in 1996. In this short presentation, I will share with you how IRS is really falling apart. The computers are over 60 years old, many of them, and they cannot even update them even past year 2030. This is all part of a series of videos I got on showing you how IRS is really the true Wizard of Oz that the corrupt major media has created for you. And the reasons is because these major media who are corrupt and charismatic preachers and broadcasters, they brainwash you to file income taxes that no law requires you to pay to begin with, folks. If you go to our step 3, realize that the IRS is mostly bluff of the 7 steps to free yourself of IRS deception, robbery, and slavery. You go down in there, you see that I mentioned that for over 40 years, the IRS has failed to fix its antiquated computer systems and has suspended most updating initiatives. That's not what I say. This stuff is from a 2023 Government Accountability Office report. Okay, and so let's look at these reports right here. There's a GAO report right there. The link at the bottom right and bottom left, a 4 years of failure article, which I'm going to show you briefly. This is the Government Accounting Office report about the information technology that IRS needs to complete modernization plans and fully address cloud computing requirements because they cannot do so properly. And see this report, okay, in highlights, in hinting of it, here is what the GAO found. That the IRS legacy information technology environment includes applications, softwares, and hardware which are outdated but still critical to day-to-day operations of the IRS, folks. They have very bad shape. And these applications are ranging from 24 to 64 years in age. Think about it, folks. Going to 1959 is how old some of these computers of the IRS really are. It's amazing how they can still survive and crawl through with very old age computers. And IRS recently suspended operation of 6 initiatives, including 2 which are essential to replacing the 60-year-old individual master file IMF, which is the authoritative data source for individual tax accounts data. This is the brain of the IRS computers. Is right now 60 years old, and they're not going to replace it even by 2030. And the other link on that page, folks, 4 years of failure, is right here. You should read this in detail for yourself. This comes from the Americans for Tax Reform, okay, that they have, in this article in 2022, have gathered a bunch of stories from New York Times, Washington Post, and other mainstream media sources which are fans of the IRS. IRS for decade after decade, starting in 1982, has been unable to update its computer systems. Repeatedly, they failed to do so. In the 1980s, going down, look, so many articles about it. 1990s, even to early 2000 years, folks, they've never been able to do it, even though they keep wanting to do it. They promise Congress they'll do it. They ask for more time to do it. Well, look at that. It's just so long that they cannot simply do it, and it is basically way too late. Look at all those reports. There's not just 1 or 2. It's a bunch. You got to read it, So, folks, what that means is that you don't have to be afraid of the IRS at all, folks. They're falling apart. They're leaving non-filers alone. What you want to do is go to our website, freedomlawschool.org, and empower yourself with knowledge that no law requires you to file income tax unless you are a citizen or residents of the District of Columbia, which you're not. Unless you're a federal worker or contractor, which almost none of you are, right? So go to freedomlawschool.org, educate and empower yourself, and free yourself of IRS deception, robbery, and slavery.